If you applied for the H-1B Visa Lottery for FY 2026, or you're planning to apply in 2027, stop what you're doing right now. USCIS has wrapped up the entire H-1B FY 2026 cap season, and there are some major numbers, rule changes, and policy shifts you absolutely need to know about. Whether you were selected, not selected, or you're preparing for next year, this video covers everything. Stay until the end, because the changes coming in FY 2027 may change your odds completely. Welcome to Global Immigration Scope, your trusted source for accurate, clear, and up-to-date immigration news from around the world. I'm your host, and today we're breaking down the full H-1B Visa Lottery 2026 update, from the initial results to the cap being officially filled, and the significant new rule that will reshape the lottery process starting FY 2027. Everything you'll hear in this video is based on official announcements from U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, as well as updates from leading immigration law firms and the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. Let's get into it. What happened? FY 2026 H-1B Lottery, a complete timeline. The H-1B visa is one of the most sought-after work visas in the United States. It allows American companies to hire skilled foreign professionals, especially in fields like technology, engineering, healthcare, finance, and science. The U.S. government issues a limited number of these visas every year, 85,000 in total, which is why there's a lottery system. Here is the complete FY 2026 timeline. Step 1. Registration window. The FY 2026 H-1B registration period opened on March 7, 2025, and closed on March 24, 2025. During this window, employers submitted registrations on behalf of their foreign national employees through the USCIS online portal. Step 2. Lottery results. Released between March 24th and March 31st, 2025, USCIS began notifying employers and attorneys of their lottery results. On March 31st, 2025, USCIS officially confirmed that the initial selection process was complete. Step 3. Petition filing window. Selected applicants entered a 90-day filing window running from April 1st to June 30th, 2025, during which their employers had to file the full H-1B petition, Form I-129, with USCIS. Step 4. Cap officially filled. On July 18, 2025, USCIS made a major announcement. It had received enough petitions to reach the annual cap of 85,000. As a direct result, USCIS confirmed it would not be conducting a second lottery for FY 2026. Step 5. H-1B employment start date. For all approved FY 2026 H-1B petitions, employment can begin no earlier than October 1, 2025, the start of the U.S. fiscal year. Now let's talk about the key statistics from this lottery season, because they tell a very important story. Total registrations received, 343,981. This is down 26.9% from FY 2025, when there were 470,342 registrations. Unique eligible beneficiaries, approximately 336,153, compared to 423,028 the previous year. That's a significant drop. Number selected, 118,660 beneficiaries were chosen. Selection rate, approximately 35.3%. This is the highest selection rate in recent years. In FY 2025, only about 29% of applicants were selected. In FY 2024, it was just 24.8%. So what does this mean? Fewer people applied, but a higher percentage got selected. For those who registered this year and were chosen, the odds were genuinely better than they've been in years. Why did fewer people apply? USCIS made two significant changes that directly reduced the number of registrations. Change 1. Registration fee increase. The registration fee jumped from just $10 per beneficiary to $250 per beneficiary, a massive 2,050% increase. USCIS stated this fee hike was designed to cover administrative costs and, more importantly, to reduce non-serious applications that were flooding the system. Change 2. Beneficiary-centric selection system. This is the second consecutive year USCIS has used this model. Under the old system, if multiple employers registered the same person, that person had multiple chances in the lottery. The new system means each unique individual can only be entered once, regardless of how many employers sponsor them. This was a direct effort to prevent fraud, duplicate entries, and system abuse. According to USCIS, Registration data from both FY 2025 and FY 2026 confirms that these integrity measures have been effective. The average number of registrations per beneficiary dropped to just 1.01 this year, compared to 1.06 in FY 2025, meaning almost no one was getting unfair multiple entries. The cap structure, $65,000 plus $20,000. A quick reminder for newer viewers, the annual H1B cap has two components. 65,000 visas go to the regular cap for workers with at least a bachelor's degree. An additional 20,000 visas are reserved for individuals who hold a U.S. master's degree or higher. Combined, that's 85,000 total new H1B visas per year. No second lottery for FY 2026, as officially confirmed by USCIS on July 18, 2025. Because the petition volume was sufficient to fill the cap, there will be no second lottery round for FY 2026. Any registrations that were not selected in March 2025 are now ineligible for the FY 2026 cap. The next opportunity will be the FY 2027 registration period, which opens in March 2026. Let's now talk about what all of this means for the people who matter most, the visa applicants, the workers, and their families. If you were selected in the FY 2026 lottery, good news. With a 35.3% selection rate, the best in years, your selection means your employer had a real window to file your petition from April through June 2025. If that petition was filed and approved, your H-1B employment can begin October 1st, 2025. However, if USCIS issued a request for evidence, RFE, during processing, your approval may be delayed beyond October 1st. In that case, you cannot begin H-1B employment until the petition is fully approved. If you're on an F1 OPT visa and it's expiring, you may fall into a cap gap extension period that keeps your work authorization valid while the case is pending, but only if your employer filed before your OPT expired. If you're outside the U.S., you'll need to attend a visa interview at a U.S. consulate before entering the country to begin your H-1B employment. If you were not selected for FY 2026, your registration from March 2025 is no longer active. USCIS confirmed there will be no second round. However, your options are not gone. You will need to wait for the FY 2027 registration window, which USCIS has indicated opens in March 2026. Employers can re-register you for the next lottery cycle. Impact of the $100,000 new fee for FY 2027, Consular processing. This is critical for applicants outside the United States. By Presidential Proclamation 10973, signed on September 19, 2025, a new supplemental fee of $100,000 was imposed on H-1B petitions requiring consular processing, meaning applicants who are outside the U.S. when their petition is filed. However, and this is very important, this fee does not apply to change of status applicants already inside the United States. F1 students in the U.S. applying to change to H-1B status are completely exempt. USCIS data shows roughly 54% of all H-1B cap petitions are change of status filings, so the majority of applicants are unaffected. The fee is scheduled to expire on September 21, 2026 unless renewed by the administration. What comes next? The FY 2027 lottery and the wage-weighted system. Now for perhaps the most important part of this video. What is changing for FY 2027 and how does it affect your chances? On December 29, 2025, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security published a final rule that introduces a wage-weighted lottery system for H-1B selection, replacing the previous random draw. Here's what this means in simple terms. Under the old system, every registered applicant had roughly the same probability of being selected, approximately 29 to 30% in a typical year. It didn't matter whether the offered salary was $60,000 or $200,000. Everyone was treated equally in the draw. Under the new wage-weighted system, your salary level determines your odds. Higher-paid workers in wage level 3 and level 4 will have a significantly greater chance of being selected. Lower wage level workers, particularly level 1 and level 2, will have lower odds. According to DHS projections, the new system is expected to shift approximately 10,099 annual visas away from level 1 workers. Level 3 workers are projected to gain about 4,196 additional visas per year, and level 4 workers about 3,230. The Penn-Wharton budget model projects that the average H-1B compensation will rise from approximately $112,309 to $121,263, an 8.5% increase, as a result of this shift. USCIS has officially stated it intends to send FY 2027 H-1B cap selection notifications by March 31, 2026. It is also worth noting that as of the recording of this video, this new rule is being contested in 3 separate federal courts. The legal landscape remains fluid, and changes are possible. We will continue to monitor this and bring you updates as they develop. For employers and applicants planning for FY 2027, if you are a foreign professional being sponsored by a company, work closely with your employer to ensure the offered salary is competitive. Under the new system, the wage level on your registration will directly influence your lottery odds. This is a fundamental shift from how the H-1B lottery has operated for decades. Also remember, if multiple employers register you, your registration will be weighted based on the lowest wage level across all employers. So it is in your interest to ensure all registrations reflect accurate and competitive wage levels. Let's quickly recap the key points from today's video. 1. The FY 2026 H-1B lottery results were released between March 24 and March 31, 2025, with a 35.3% selection rate, the highest in recent years. 2. USCIS received 343,981 registrations and selected 118,660 unique beneficiaries. 3. The H-1B cap for FY 2026 was officially filled on July 18, 2025. There was no second lottery. 4. Key changes this year included a registration fee increase from $10 to $15 and the continued beneficiary-centric lottery model. 5. A new $100,000 consular processing fee was introduced by presidential proclamation for applicants outside the U.S., but does not apply to those filing as change of status inside the country. 6. Starting FY 2027, the H-1B lottery will use a wage-weighted selection system, giving higher-paid workers better odds of selection. 7. FY 2027 registration notifications are expected by March 31, 2026. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs this information, and drop your questions in the comments section below. Our team reads every comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe to Global Immigration Scope and hit the notification bell so you never miss an important immigration update. Thank you for watching Global Immigration Scope. Stay informed, stay prepared, and subscribe for the latest immigration news and visa updates from around the world.